Hi guys, this is Stamcraft and welcome to the final series of games in this season of ASL 2018 aka SSL Autumn 2024. This is going to be Soki, the incumbent, the reigning champion, the two repetitive winner of the previous ASL, duking out against Sharp, the nice guy, the nobody, the Terran player. And who's going to try? And we're going to be having a series of best of 7 today. So the first player to get to 4 games will win. It's going to be a 4-0 freaking goddamn Sharperman there. Freaking Sharperman costume in the crowd with the guy who looks like kind of Firebat Hero. Is that Firebat Hero in the crowd? Maybe, because if you're Terran, you need to be cheering for Sharp today. If you are Zerg or if you're Protoss, you need to be cheering for Soki, I guess. I don't know why Protoss be cheering for Soki, because Terran kicks Protoss but so many times. There are a lot of people in the crowd. We're going to be having a big studio today, not the small ass studio we used to have. So I think we don't have that same guy who is a janitor in that other studio. I don't think he will make a way to actually change the job just to attend this final. I don't think that's the case. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, this is going to be the first set. Soki versus Sharp. Pantheon is the map that Sharp has picked. Let me just quickly show you some stuff. First of all, I'm just gonna show you the map stats. So for Zerg players, here are the map stats, and I'll just let you devour that while I prepare something else. First of all, I'm gonna just show you the map artifact. Pantheon, right? This map is very, very interesting. This map has got those intersection, right, that can get assaulted and held. If you control the intersection, you control basically traffic going to those places. So that is gonna be the current meta, I think, for this map. All right, let's put this thing away. So I guess Pantheon is a little bit Zerg, not so good for Zerg. Terran is looking good on this map, but I think overall the map pool is looking okay for Terran. Yeah, Soki's the outlier here. Soki's the guy who's gotta have to fight hard to gain his, to gain a nice spot in the finals, and he has proven it. Looks like there's gonna be SCV scouting towards the top left on the screen. He doesn't see anything. By the way, let me just quickly show you the map order. So after this first map, Pantheon, which is picked by Sharp, Dominator is picked by Soki. He picks, well, all of the maps are bad, so it doesn't really matter what map you pick. Deja Vu is picked by Sharp. Okay, that map is actually good for Zerg. And then Kickback is picked by Soki. Minstrel is picked by Sharp. Monty Hall is picked by Soki. Very, very crazy map. Let's hope it gets to that game. And the last map is Radion, the map of all maps. I mean, the ultimate map weapon, guys. If you are a map maker, you aspire to make something like Radion, because that map is just so balanced and so great. Anyways, before the game gets it up, okay, I guess nothing is happening on screen, right? Nothing like crazy that needs my attention right now. I'm just gonna go to the people's comment online to see, where the needle is pointing, in which direction. Is it towards Harris or towards Trump? And let's see. So Zerg GXHX from China says Sharp creating miracles. Great. Prosatan from Romania says, okay friends, let's do this. SK fighting. Okay, I see that you're a Zerg fan. Very, very nice. Zergs are gonna be coming out. And then Talionis from Scotland says, let's go 3-peat. Yes, that's right. This is his 3rd consecutive final. Let's see if Soki can win 3 times in a row. High Winds from Canada says, I wonder if we've experienced some deja vu with Soki, 3-time champion. He's going to join the Pantheon of Brute War. Top players that to show that he can pull it off. Soki is such a dominator these days. Unless there's some sort of kickback, he's gonna make Sharp look like a lowly minstrel. When he's done with them, Sharp's gonna pray that the opponent's Radion CPU just dies during the game for a free win. Monty Hall. Well, you just kind of put down the word Monty Hall for fun there. There's actually no need to have Monty Hall on it. I guess no one is talking. Sorubata says, I don't know what he's saying. Anyways, looks like people are not really cheering because all of the Protoss guys are sleeping. But I'm not sleeping. I'm here. And okay, I'm just gonna be cheering for some nice games. Anyways, yeah, during this time, Terran's gonna apply a bit of pressure, and I guess not this time, but soon he's gonna apply a bit of pressure, and Soki's gonna have to hold. But first, Soki's the one who's gonna try to go out there with some Zergling with speed. He's not gonna commit that much. He actually made just, maybe 8 Zerglings and not more. So 3rd hatchery coming down. Pantheon, you have a kind of a reverse ramp, right? So the ramp's going to be on high ground, both the expansion and the main base is going to be on the low ground. So there's a lot of spaces inside your base. Drop is a potential on this map, but not so much. I'd say that on this map, drop is okay. It could be applied, but it's not like Radion. I think that the total surface area of everyone's house is not as great as Radion. By the way, how big is your house? Who lives in a house? Please raise your hand if you live in a house. And please raise your leg if you live in an apartment. I'm raising my leg right now. I live in an apartment because in Asia, people don't have houses unless you are, I don't know, Jack Ma, right? Everyone lives in small, crampy places. And so do I. Actually, I live in an apartment. My neighbor, as you know, is a mafia guy. He coughs a lot. But why did I talk about that? So I'm just going to say the total surface area of Soki's and Sharp's apartments are smaller on this map than if they were living on Radiant. By the way, my apartment, I'm going to review a very private personal information. My apartment surface area is 138 meters squared. Yeah, meters squared is the right units there. Anyways, how many meters squared we have? We have 4. Soki is going traditional on this map. Sharp is gonna make a bunker. He sees the front. He sees the drone moving out. He knows the timing for the 4th hatchery is now, but although he doesn't know if it's 4th hatchery or 3rd hatchery, entry's gonna come in. That is interesting. I don't really like the positioning of the 3rd barracks because that 3rd barracks is gonna block Marines from going inside. There's gonna be a small attack on the right side. There's just maybe 4 militaries, so they're not actually that numerous. And already we have 2 turrets coming down, so Soki doesn't apply that much pressure. Now Soki's not a guy who dives in their knee recklessly and get his militaries shot. He is a guy who applies just a bit of pressure. When he sees that there's enough defenses, he reshuffles around. He finds an opening. He's gonna try to surround this bunker. That is a nice touch, but SCs cannot repair. But there are only 2 Marines inside, so not much was lost in that process. And all of the Zerlings die. So I actually like that from Sharp, and I think Soki did kind of. I don't know, maybe he was hoping to do more, but anyways, very, very good for Sharp to lose only, what is it, 100 meters for bunker, maybe 75. Anyways, that was a scan to see the situation, and Sharp is holding really well, but yeah, this is not really indicative of anything because Soki still did not lose any mutualists. And Sharp did not inflict any Marine loss, maybe 1 or 2 Marines. That's going to be +1 now. So Sharp is going to move across the map. There's a Marine coming out, try to find the 3rd base. He doesn't see it just yet. So he's just going to move blindly and he scans. Okay, there's a very weak mutualist with 1 out of 125. And Soki is so lucky. He's still keeping it within the pack, and that's really not what he wants to do right now. But he's going to do that. The second group of buyers already out there. They need to rejoin together these 2 groups and go for a big punch in the middle. But looks like Soki is amassing a lot of forces. There's a big dark area. Okay, that weak may just die right away. Wow, Sharp is looking good. Even with that, okay, this is SCV coming out to scout, and he does not find anything. He's going to escape though. Looks like the Zerlings are not able to stop him, but we're going to be having mutuals coming out and checking. Looks like the SCV is going to possibly arrive at the bottom right, and Sharp is going to be able to find that base for free. There's going to be a nice statement killing off yet another mutualist. The SCV arrives at the bottom right of the screen at the 4 o'clock base. He sees exactly where that base is located. He knows that he needs to go there at some point in the future. Why are the Zerlings going out? You need to actually just kill off that SCV because 2 Zerlings cannot do anything against Marines. Might as well just use it to kill off the SCV. Anyways, looks like the mutualists have +1, what is it, armor upgrades? What is it called? Carapace, right? And they're gonna get surrounded. Looks like both players are gonna try to sandwich either, but it's gonna be the Sharp who's got the shorter end of the stick. He loses, I think, the majority of his forces, but now 3 Marines make it to the big group, and there's gonna be a major engagement out here, and the mutualists are holding on nicely. This is the beauty of Soki's play. He micros his mutualists so well. He loses the bare minimum, and he holds on, and he just continues to fight and chip away Marine by Marine, medic by medic, medic by medic, firebat by firebat. It's gonna be double starboard coming up. So I think Sharp is gonna have to realize, oh my god, it's gonna be a surround from both sides, sandwich coming here. It's gonna be a Marine sandwich, and at the last minute, everything's gonna get destroyed. But of course, this doesn't mean anything at all because there's still more stuff to come. Of course, maybe what Sharp could have done better is just to regroup his forces back and wait for Science Vessel. But now Zerg is coming out strong. There is gonna be lurkers or what? There might be lurkers. Why did only 3 barracks inside the base? I feel like Sharp doesn't have the right number of barracks. He's gonna try to attack here. Of course, these 9 missions are doing, as you can see. Okay, we're gonna be having Hive coming up because Queen's Nest is done. Soki is applying so much pressure. Usually, during this time, the Zerg is just struggling to stay afloat, but Soki is applying pressure. He's surrounding. He's going for backstabbing. He's attacking, and the last Marine will fall or not. Looks like yes, they will all fall. Zerlings are flooding through the first game. Feels like it almost is about to end, man. This Hydra is just endless nightmare coming from Sharp, and I guess Sharp is just not on the same level. I thought that I thought he would have a chance to play, but now his late sciences is going to be a problem. Lurkers have already arrived. You will need to have tanks at some point. These Marines will need to pull back. There's no need to be here. He tries to do some damage, but now there's going to be some attack, and he's going to try to snipe a single Lurker. That Lurker falls. No, the Lurker survives. So unfortunate for Sharp, but he did not lose all of his medics. I think there's still a couple of medics around here, but the frontal attack is going to be deadly. He needs a tank right now, but he doesn't have a tank. That barracks going to be under siege. Defiler Mount coming up. Soki is just relentless. He's completely demanding. He's completely demeaning. He comes forward with no mercy. This barracks need to get lifted. There is no sciences. You made a starport, but where are the science vessels? The supply depot will fall. But I think Sharp can still hold because he's got a turret. He's got 2 turrets. He's got +1 weapons and +1 armor. Now this Lurker wall is impenetrable. It's got 6 Lurker formation. A single Zerling coming out to check how many turrets do you have. Should I bust you right now or should I bust you later? That's gonna be the question that Soki is gonna ask, and we're gonna be having double science as he comes out. He would check, but I mean, Defiler mount is done. The first Defiler is possibly being made right now. So what is okay? Why are these Marines going back? He's thinking that there might be an attack in the main, but that's not going to be the case, right? That's not going to be the case. There might be actually an attack in the front, because the front is looking very, very weak. But anyways, looks like Soki's got the game completely in the back. Sharp is trying to hold. If he can craft some great irradiate, it would be nice, but he needs to do it quick because the defilers are coming. I can sense that there might be defiler actually moving right across the map right now. The scientists will cast nice irradiate on 2 of the lurkers, but the first defiler is out. I think this is the first defiler because I think the Korean observer knows exactly the timing of every single unit that is being produced, and there's going to be a dropship coming out. There's an overlord to spot, and there are some scourges. He's going to try to regain this high ground. He loses the first dropship. The second dropship is around. Nice surround from the other side. The dropship is going to lose itself, and these Marines, it's going to try to snipe the Defiler, but the Defiler gets hit. The attack on the front is imminent as well. Defiler is not yet casting. The Dark Zombie consumes, and this is going to be the final knockout punch here. Mortal Kombat style, and looks like Sharp has got nothing. The first game is going to go to Soki, and that was kind of very, very uneventful. I feel like there could be a lot more, but I guess in the end there isn't just anything there. The command center is going to get forced to get lifted. So Sharp, go out, man. Come on. Go back to Thailand, Phuket, where you played against, I don't know, the like of Atosis and those people. Bonnet, right? I think that is possibly your level. GG from Sharp, and let's move on to the second set. See you soon. Bye bye. You hear some whispering sounds. Somebody says, Namcraft, wake up. No, that's just my inner voice. There's no ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. Do you believe in supernatural forces? Do you have any stories to tell me about, events that you could not explain? I have one. It happened a long time ago when I was in high school. I went to one of those high school that is tucked away in a forest. I mean, imagine Harry Potter, those kind of places, right? So there was this situation where it was at night, and I had to go to the bathroom. And I live in a dormitory in my high school, so I have to go out to the common bathroom, and there was only 2 bathrooms. And both of the bathrooms were taken when I was there. And in one bathroom, I could actually hear the guys listening to his Walkman, and I recognized immediately my friend. Right? I knew he's there. Of course, he's not my roommate, but I knew who that is. And in the second bathroom, I do not recall who it was. I mean, the door was shut, but I did not check. When you're small, you have the habit actually, peeking down and checking the bottom of the bathroom to see who's inside. I mean, have you ever done that? I've done that a lot, because bathroom in the old days, unlike now, they have holes at the bottom. You can kind of peek under and see if that was a guy or a girl, or if it was one guy or 2 guys, or one guy and one girl, or 2 girls, or maybe 0 per person, right? So I kind of did not check for that other one because I was sleepy, it was late at night, and so forth. So I just went outside and wait, right? And I wait, and I kind of doze off a little bit. I'm not so sure exactly if it was sleeping or, I was not paying attention to time. And suddenly I woke up, and because my friend was walking out. He's like, hey, you took a dump, man. Hey, what's up, man? How was that song? Blah, blah, blah. Wake up tomorrow, and blah, blah. And then, he goes out, and then I go into that bathroom that he just vacated. And as I went into the bathroom, I had to pass by the other bathroom, and I noticed the door was unlocked. And so it's like, that's strange, because I did not hear anyone moving out, because, it was very, very late at night, and if someone flushed the toilet, if someone walks out, I would know for sure, because I was sitting right at the front door there was like a kind of a chair, a stool outside you can actually sit and wait or something like that and watch the moon, right? So I was wondering, huh, that's weird. So I went inside and did my dump, right? And then as I finished, I mean, of course, during this time there was some weird, I don't know, premonitions that I was feeling behind my back. By the way, there's gonna be some weird noise again because the rain is getting very, very heavy outside. But I flushed the toilet. I got up and I walked past the other bathroom. I could not help but wonder who the heck was there. So I opened up the door, and inside, guess what? There was nobody, of course, but there was red stuff inside the toilet bowl. That was freaking like a weird kind of color. It was not blood. It was just like reddish. I was so freaked out. I ran to my room, and of course I was just a kid, right? So I went to my room, and then I just, went inside my room, locked my room, and then, covered myself with a freaking blanket and just went to bed. The next day, I asked my friend, and I was like, "Hey, Arun," his name was Arun. He's like, "Do you remember last night?" "Yeah, what's up, man?" "Like, do you remember who was in that bathroom next to you?" And he was like, "No, I don't think there was anyone in the bathroom next to me. When I came in, that bathroom door was, open, and when I left, it was opened." And I was like, that was weird. I could have sworn that there was it was locked when I went in because I checked because I wanted to go to the bathroom, but I did not see anyone. And I told him about this red liquid inside the toilet bowl, and he was like, his face was like, his mouth was wide open. Anyways, back to this game. All of a sudden, Rush is looking good. All of a sudden, Rush is looking good. I thought that Rush is, completely disadvantaged after the opening by Soki, but Soki is going to be losing this hatchery. At least his hatchery before the Defiler will cast a nice way to snipe the hatchery now. Snipe the hatchery, snipe the hatchery. Oh my god, the hatchery lives. The hatchery freaking got down. Are you kicking like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing? You just, what are you freaking? The hatchery lives. That was terrible, terrible blunder. Only if you can use Irradiate against a building.